Hi everyone. Have you ever worked at a minimum wage job and felt like you weren't making enough? I've worked a minimum wage job at the age of 16. I worked at Target. I made $8.62. At the time, that was 2008. I lived at home with my mom, and so she paid most of the bills, so I didn't really have any responsibility. But I knew at the time if I was to ever move out on my own, it would not be enough to sustain my household by myself. I was in school at a community college studying to be a medical assistant at the time and living with my mom and having those teenage sayings like, I want to move out on my own, and her telling me you're never going to make it on your own. And now at the age of 30, I know back then making $8, I was not going to make it. Fast forward to today with all the talk that's going around in the world where raise the minimum wage to this and raise the minimum wage to that. I'm here to post this to you. Jump on board with me. Let's raise the minimum wage so that everyone around Washington can live comfortably. They keep raising the cost of living. The medical industry is ridiculously expensive if you have to buy your own medical plans. If you have kids, child care is so expensive if you're a single parent. Even if you're, a two-parent home, child care is expensive. Groceries are expensive, and with everything that's going on today, it's even more expensive. Um, we all just need to be making similar amounts of money. $15 an hour is not going to cut it. That's not going to sustain it. If you live in a one bedroom, they're going now for $1,400, not to mention everything else that you have to, you know, sustain on your own, your lights, your water, your car if you have one. Um, the cost of living it goes up every year. So I feel like minimum wage needs to go up every year. Um, Medical expensive, those premiums go up. And some people have to choose whether they're gonna, have food or their medical or their medicine, for instance. Child care. Are you gonna work or are you gonna babysit or are you gonna watch your kids? That shouldn't be a choice for certain people. You should have child care or child care subsidies if you're a working adult, or certain jobs should have child care built into your benefits if you work at certain places. All jobs should have that. And, not what's the word I'm looking for? Not counted against you if you're looking for child care, because you're trying. Not counted against you because you're late or you're missing work. Like, they ask you certain things when you're in your interview, so don't count it against me if I'm looking for childcare when you knew I have kids. So today I pose this. We as a community, we need to band together and go to our council representatives with letters, emails, phone calls, whatever that we need to do with the benefits to raise the minimum wage. I say it needs to be higher than 15, not just certain counties. And SeaTac is 1664. If you come to Kent, anywhere south is 13. Why is there such a gap? Yeah, some people say if you live in further south, the rent's cheaper. But then you gotta think about it. Most of the people who may have careers and things like that, they're making more money because they work in Seattle. And working in Seattle, that shouldn't make a difference. You should still make more money if you work out further. I shouldn't have to travel for 2 hours to make the same amount of money. If I live in Tacoma, I should still be able to make the same amount of money if I lived in Seattle. I shouldn't have to deal with traffic to make ends meet. So I hope that you guys will jump on board with me and raise these votes and these letters and these numbers for this petition to get this through to everybody, that we all need fair wages so that we can live comfortably. so that we can get the medical that we need, so that we can be able to save for rainy days, so that we can be able to feed our families, send our kids to daycare if they need it, so that we can be more productive at work, so that we can buy that dream car or that dream purse that we may have been looking at for forever, but was like, I can't afford that because I only make $13 an hour. It shouldn't be a difference because, oh, this person has a career, they make more. If you don't have a career, you should still be able to make money. There shouldn't be a difference just because of the type of job that you have. You're human, you're working, you still need to be able to take care of yourself and live. Food costs the same. The food prices doesn't discriminate against how much you make, whether it's minimum wage or middle class, high class. The food still costs the same. The gas still costs the same. Houses still cost the same. So I feel like our wages should reflect that as well. I feel like there shouldn't be a difference. And I feel like today, me being here, hopefully I've convinced you that we need to band together to make a minimum wage higher so that when we go out into the world, we are as one, and one's not being fed better than the other, all because of where we work at. So in conclusion today, we discussed a lot about minimum wage and how it affects one's ability to live comfortably, get the medical care that they need, the child care that their child may need, and that they may need to do the best that they can where they work and where they go to their workplace. Thank you again. I appreciate it.